Welcome, welcome. My name is Rachel and I'm the CEO of MindStrong Fitness, a multi-six-figure, soon-to-be seven-figure, purely online coaching company that I grew 400% in under 8 months. And the purpose of this content is to teach you to do the exact same thing, but in much less time. So in earlier episodes, I kind of grouped in some do's and don'ts in terms of running an online business. And one of those don'ts warranted, in my opinion, a full episode to itself. And the reason I get so adamant on this topic, it seems so little in the scheme of things, but this became such a time, energy, and just mental drain in my business in the beginning that it's something I believe so firmly in because it's such an easy switch, but it's understanding why. And it's the reason that I will never, ever, ever text my clients again, and why I encourage you, even if you only have 3 clients right now, why I encourage you to never, ever text your clients. And there are 3 reasons for this. And listen, let me be clear up front that this does not mean that we do not communicate with our clients, right? Our clients always have access to us via email, via our private Facebook group. If they've signed up at a certain level, they get access to their coaches on a free app as of the time of this recording called Voxer that allows them to, they can text their clients on Voxer. They can send voice memos to their coaches on Voxer. But what I will never do, and what I will never again do, and what I highly encourage you not to do, is to give out your personal information to clients. So let's talk about those 3 reasons. Number 1 is it's just disorganized, right? If your plan right now, we talked about in an earlier episode, the importance of hosting platforms, because everything is uniform. People sign up right there. They're auto sent an email. They know what their first steps are, right? We did a whole episode on automation where you can have a welcome video. All their emails are triggered. Everything is a smooth sailing machine. When you're texting everything to clients, here's your nutrition plan for the week. Here's the changes to your macros. Here's this week's workout. It's just, there's too much going on, right? Did you get my text? Did you miss this email? We want everything to be as smooth sailing as possible because your clients are busy. They have lives, right? Your coaching business is your baby. It's what you live and breathe and do every day. That is not the case for them. You are just a coach that they hired in to help them to get in shape. It's not their family. It's not their friends. It's not even their job. So the more we can make this a no-brainer for them, the more they're going to stick with it. So in terms of clarity and organization, texting it's too disorganized. There's too many moving parts. There's too many miscommunications that can happen. There's too much that can get lost. The bigger conversation, I'm going to kind of break this down into 2 categories, but it comes down to boundaries. The first boundary is time and date. Now, listen, with our coaches, they get, as I said, we get access in this free app called Voxer. It's the same thing as texting. You can text your coach, you can send them a voice memo, but it's not their personal information. You have to connect on Voxer. There's a million apps like this. We're not affiliated with Voxer. But with texting, there's no boundaries around it. Now with Voxer, we tell our clients, you can Voxer us anytime that you want. If you want to Voxer me at 2 a.m., my phone's on silent. But we tell them, we check Voxer between this hour and this hour. You'll always hear back within 24 business days. If you want to Voxer me on a Sunday, go for it, but you'll hear back from me between Monday to Friday in these hours. We set very firm boundaries. And in my opinion, it's easier to do that when it's on a set app. Because as a coach, if people are working with me one-to-one, I'm not going on Voxer unless it's during those times. If clients are texting you, you could set those boundaries, but if they don't, you could tell them only text me between this day and this time. Don't text me on weekends. No one's going to stick to that. Most of your clients are going to stick to that. And what happens is, because of human nature, because our need for completion, if you get a text that goes off, right? You don't know if that's your mom. You don't know if that's your best friend. You don't know if that's your partner. You don't know if that's your client. And now you got that little red dot flashing in your face that's mixed in with all your personal texts, and we feel pressure to answer it. Or you read it and tell yourself, I'll get back to them on Monday because I don't text on the weekends. And now you spend all weekend ruminating about how you're going to forget. When you have a separate platform just for your clients, I set my notifications on Voxer to silent. I don't even get notified when someone Voxers me because I don't need to know. I'm going to go in during the set date, time, and hours and answer Voxers when it's convenient for me as a coach, when I can give them as a client my undivided attention. I don't have that time and space when it's text because I don't know who's texting me in that moment and I don't want to feel that pressure. The other boundaries are around content. Now, listen, my clients are our family. We call our Ignite our family because this is an extended family. These are not, these are my clients and these are my friends. Like, They are clients. There is a difference between your clients and your friends, but I love our clients as if they were extended family to me. And sometimes on Voxer, we send each other funny memes or link to adorable animal videos on YouTube. But that happens when they are clients in our Ignite program. And in the case where it happens that I become buddies with someone after they graduate Ignite, cool. Then we can have the conversation about, friend zoning in the best way possible and becoming a friend. What happened in the past, and I started this by saying that I learned this the hard way. What would happen in the past is that I did use Voxer early on. So clients that I didn't know who found us online, we would go through Voxer. But every once in a while, I would get someone who I didn't know personally, but they were like a friend of a friend. We were closely connected enough where I was like, it's not a big deal to use my regular phone number. And what would happen is they would start blowing me up the way that your best friend does, right? Just sending me pictures, asking for advice, asking for questions that were not included in their program. After their 12 weeks were up, or if they finished all 4 levels, their 48 weeks were up, they kept messaging me. And then it becomes a very uncomfortable conversation, which I would have, but it's not comfortable because when someone's straddling that line between friend and client, and you have to tell them, like, listen, I'm not your coach anymore. Or listen, this question is outside the realm of what's included in your program. That's not fun. That's not something that I want to, I'll do it if I have to, but I don't want to do it. We can avoid that discomfort by keeping it in a structured way. You now, even if my best friend signs up, which has happened before, my best friend signed up for Ignite, those conversations happen on Voxer. Of course, she and I text each other during the day. She's my best friend. But when it comes to Ignite, I keep it on Voxer. If a client reaches out on Instagram or Facebook Messenger, the answer is, do me a favor, send this in an email or send me a message on Voxer. And it's just like, it's training people, right? Just like we train them in their bodies, we train them in their nutrition, we train them as to how our boundaries work, how our program works. And there's no love lost. It's not like, you jerk, why did you mess me on Instagram? It's like, hey, do me a favor. I always put it on an organization. Do me a favor. It helps me stay more organized when I can keep all this to Voxer, or I can keep all this to email. Can you just send this message to, team@mindstrongfitness.com? Having those boundaries is a win-win for everyone, right? Humans love structure. Even if we push back against it sometimes, we flourish in structure. Texting is too disorganized. The boundaries are too blurry, both in terms of content, in terms of time to contact people. The more we can set rules and regulations wrapped in a pretty pink bow and in a truly heartfelt way. Listen, the way I can serve you best is by making sure that you have my undivided attention. If you text me at midnight and I'm waiting for a text from my partner and I jump on it, well, now I either have to respond right then, so I'm not thinking about it all weekend, or now I'm going to spend the next few hours saying, don't forget to respond on Monday. Don't forget to respond on Monday. If the answer is, listen, I don't want to miss your text. I want to make sure that when you message me, I am in my office. I have undivided attention. I'm not playing with my puppies. So I can go on Voxer and give you 100% of me. That's a win-win. You preserve your time, you preserve your energy, and that's how you show up best for your clients.